I felt like I played okay. I think I played like well. I think there are like a couple things. I think I missed like a total of like one trap. In both the games I played, I think I missed one trap, I'm pretty sure. The third game was a really long game. I didn't miss any of the third game. Uh but there's something else we could have done that I should have said during the game. Or like after the second game. It's fine though. I'm pretty sure we could actually beat that team, which is insane to think about because like that's the team that hasn't lost yet, really. Like, and it lost the series yet. Pretty sure we could beat that team. Let me see. Even though we lost like a 3-0, the games are really close. It's like weird to say. Here, I'll show you guys. There's something that we should have done that like I didn't know because we didn't play like the comp enough. And now that I know, like I feel like we could beat that team. We could beat like all their comps, I think. And I would love to play them again. Holy shit. Because the games are really close. Especially the third one. The third was insanely close. If the third one got to the point where like if I got my cooldowns back or Wiz got wings back, we probably just won the game, I think. Okay, so actually, this game I'm just gonna go over quick because like it's basically my team's just hexing the shaman over and over, and then they're doing silent stun on the pally and then kidneying the warrior, right? Like that's the plan. Um, so the way we lost this, we were actually in like an okay spot. I would say we were in a pretty decent spot. I don't think we should beat this as RPS. We kind of RPS because we weren't sure what they were gonna play, right? Because they have mage comps, and we knew they had turbo, and we weren't sure like if we should pick RPS or not, or like what we should pick, but we thought like RPS could beat potentially beat everything. Not 100%, but it has a chance to beat everything. Cause like look at the mana difference right now, right? Um, but I think Pika had Vanish here. We also had Trinket and Link, and we just kind of like died right there without using a cooldown. So there's a grip, Ascendance. Right here should have been Vanish. And it was a pretty slow death, honestly. We just didn't use anything, which, I mean, it happens, right? Like, you can't have every game be perfect, and, like, losses like that will happen. You just gotta, like, try to bounce back from it. So then that happens. He has Chain Harvested. We had Vanish. We had a Link. We had more mana. I would say we were in a pretty good spot right there, I think. Okay, so that was the first game. Just unlucky. So then in the second game, we pick a small map because I knew we wanted the Red Hunter. And in my head, I'm like, okay, like we can actually beat this. Like no joke. Like we should be able to beat this. Realistically, if you play correctly. So then we get to game two. So our opener was even sloppy this game, right? And we still had insane pressure. And that's how I knew, like, okay, we could probably just beat this every time if we don't play badly. Okay, so in practice, I tell them all the time, Carl stuns the warrior. I stun the healer every time because my stun has the longest range. And it Wiz stuns the shaman, right? So that's always how our opener goes. We get the triple stun off. So I tell them, okay, get ready to stun. I'm going to get my damage going, my barb shots up, whatever. And then I press my stun. See, there's a triple stun right there. Stun, stun, stun. And every single time it should go like that. And then Carl should MC the warrior, which is smash the shaman 2v1. So we get the full trap. And just like that, it happens. You get insane pressure. But then I think I actually broke the first trap with Stomp. Because my pet's over here for some reason. And my pet broke the trap, which is like, it kind of sucks. We should have gotten more, but like at the same time, we got Trinket Wall, so it's not the worst trade. And we also got Wings. So it ended up working out in the end anyway. So I'm just sitting back, just doing damage. I look like an idiot, just jumping left and right. There's nothing for me to really do. I'm trying to just line this hex. I know he wants to hex me. He's going to hex me here, because I don't have any stops for it. We basically just do the same thing over and over. So like, the second stun that Wiz has goes on the pally. Unless I can get a trap without the stun. But I door dash in. I go for the trap. So this time I trap without his stun. So I tell him to hodge the shaman. So I put a slow trap down. There's my trap. Yeah, he should hodge the shaman in like 2 seconds. I think he does it. He doesn't have it yet. So there it is. That way he like lessens damage and like the shaman can't heal himself and all this bullshit. So our mana's looking like pretty even. I think Wiz still has like Battle Masters, Potion, Bubble, a bunch of shit. I think the very next trap I missed. It was the only trap I missed in the whole tourney. But I'm pretty sure I missed it. Because he just like lagged out of it, just like walked out of it. So I press my stun. I missed the trap right there. Which is not the biggest deal. Just one trap. The big deal is right here. So like we're even in mana still. We have a lot of cooldowns left, right? There's Ascendance, Shatter, but we still have Bubble. That's his tank proc. And right there is Chain Harvest. So the Wiz thinks he's okay, because he's like down there, right? And the Warrior's not there. And then he just dies to Ascendance. Which I think Wiz was like really mad because he had well, he jumped down first, and then Carl was like way over there, so that was like really awkward. Like I think Carl was like back near the boxes, right? And it Wiz jumped down. That's probably like the worst thing that could have happened. So like he jumped down, and on top of that, I think he had Kyrian Potion, Battle Masters, Bubble, and he had like some other shit too. So it's unlucky. So we got cheesed again for the second game in a row. Once again, unlucky. Unlucky as fuck. I would say like just need more like games, right? In general. Just like knowing when to use buttons. I mean, both times we died to Ascendance. For like no reason. Like we had cooldowns. And then the third game happens. I mean, this game is like, I would say pretty solid for him, except for right here. I think Wiz and Carl both stunned themselves here. Yeah. Carl stunned himself and Wiz stunned himself because of double reflect. Which is really shitty, because then we don't get the Hodge on the Shaman, and we don't get the stun on the Warrior, which means that the Shaman's perfectly fine in the opener, but he gets it. We still get Wall and Parry and Intervene, which is a big overlap by them. But yeah. Damn, this game was actually like not too bad. It wasn't like super great either. That's how I know that we should actually probably beat this. Okay, right there's tank trinket or tank proc. I mean, I don't think at any point in this game were we scared. This game just ended up being meta, which is why I said I'm pretty sure we could have changed something that was pretty big. I also should, well, I shouldn't say that, but damn, this game is so fucking close. Look at the mana in the end. My team did something differently in the end that like made us catch up in mana, but I don't know what it was. Because right here we were really behind. We're like half of his mana, even less. And my team started doing something that I should probably pay attention to and tell them to do that more. Oh no, we just had wings, so we burned through his mana. Look how close this is. Jesus, man. It's so ridiculous, dude. So we had grip too, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. Was Carl CC'd? Oh, yeah, Carl was in a Hodge. Oh yeah, he was in a Hodge the whole time. Damn. That's so close. That was actually so close, dude. There's like a couple talent things we could have changed, I think, that are really big. You said against your perspective so you can analyze it in more depth? No. I mean, we all basically could remember exactly like what we're doing wrong for the most part. At least like, yeah, I could just like watch the game from that point of view to like really see. Yeah, there's a couple things against that matchup. Wiz should be wearing a damage legendary, and Carl should be knife Fae, I think, is what we figured out. Pretty sure if we do that, we win. You think prop Lego legendary is even a big deal? No. The reason why is because like, if we play correctly, he should never get to that point anyway. Yo, Mez, I've been watching your Ret Pally clips, okay? If you ever want to team up, if you ever get a spot on your team, if someone ever, because I would love to play with you and Sea-Doo. God, Sea-Doo is fucking by far the best shaman.